Welcome back to our From Invisible to Visible series. We're on episode 6. So we're like halfway there. I am really excited for this one because this one is, first of all, if you love what you do, I'm going to start with that. If you love what you do, if you are truly passionate about what you do, you believe in what you do, you believe in yourself, in your skills, you're going to love this. And it's going to make showing up on social media or in all the places so much easier because you are just being you and you are storytelling, and storytelling magnetizes. It magnetizes because people can resonate with what you're saying. It's more relevant. It keeps it real and raw. You don't have to make shit up, honestly, and you shouldn't, at least. And it creates this emotional connection with your audience. And when you can create an emotional connection with your audience, you are going to stand out and you are going to go from invisible to visible. All right. So if you are brand new to my world, welcome. My name is Ginna. I'm the owner and founder of Hype Media, Stylishly Branded, and Style Rebel Mama. And we work with experts, high-level experts, established small businesses, corporate brands, personal brands, to help them show up on social media in a way that makes them become irresistible go-to solutions to their ideal clients. And we do this with a really simple, holistic, scalable marketing framework, which I call our unapologetically influential formula. And one of the pieces to that is actually what I'm doing right now, is showing up on video. And so the reason why I'm so passionate about teaching this and everything that I've been talking about over the last several weeks is because this is how I have built my business online. I've been doing live videos now since about 2011, maybe even right before that, when they started pretty much. And it's something that I still do every single week, once a week at least. Okay. So, and I do tons of other videos too, but it's one of the fastest ways to go from invisible to visible. And so, yes, there is strategy behind it. Yes, there needs to be intent and purpose. So today I want to share with you some ways that you can really captivate your audience, magnetize them so that they want to follow you. They want to say yes to, a free workshop. They want to say yes to an offer when you put it out there. And one of the fastest ways to do this, using video, but also in your regular content as well on social. So let's say like your social media posts, your captions, right? So written text, but also inside your emails and how you word things on SMS messages. So let's not discount those pieces of content too. Even blog posts is to storytell. When you storytell, it allows for this emotional connection because it really allows for your audience to get a more inside look into you as a human being. And right now, more than ever, marketing is shifting huge. Like over the last couple of years, with COVID, people were nonstop online, right? Like it was definitely spiked. The amount of time that people were on social media, were on online platforms. With that, people are also much more savvy because they have been overconsumed with information. They hear the same thing over and over again. And you don't want to be not heard, right? Or not seen. So one of the fastest ways to show up in a way that's going to magnetize your audience, aside from that mechanical way, whether you're doing it on video or writing captions, is by storytelling. And so I want to share with you 3 different storytelling strategies that you can use, like starting today, to change how you're getting seen, how you're being found on social media. The first one is sharing with emotion and conviction, like truly believing in what it is that you do and sharing about it. So share your stories, share your experiences with genuine emotion. This is not just like telling a story, but it's expressing your feelings and passions behind it. So I actually posted something today that was a bit of storytelling. And what I was talking about was how, I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and look, I did it too in the very beginning. Like I know what it's like, especially if you're just starting. You want results right away. You are in information overload, trying to consume as much as you can to learn how to do things faster. But with that also comes this reaction that if you don't get the results that you want right away, you throw in the towel or you pivot or you change your messaging, and that's not going to work either. And so I talked about this in my post today, how, think of like athletes like Michael Phelps, for example. He didn't just get a gold medal overnight, right? It took years for him to develop his skill and to be the best. And the same thing happens with us. And so I shared about that, right? That's part of me sharing a genuine experience that I have with other entrepreneurs. Okay. And I was very real about it. So share with emotion and conviction when you're sharing content. Okay. This is really going to allow for this like emotional depth that your viewers will have, your audience will have, to connect with you on a more personal level. And people want to connect on a more personal level nowadays. They're not just looking for all the techniques and the strategies. They want to know that, is this person somebody that aligns with me? Are they my people? And, because if I'm ready to invest, especially if it's high ticket, do I feel confident? Do I feel certain that they are going to be the solution that I've been looking for? Number two is captivating storytelling. Be captivating. And all of these, honestly, they kind of all tie in together. But what this means is use like real descriptions, relatable scenarios, and narrative that actually speaks to your viewer within their own experiences. So you want your audience to feel like you hear them, like you have been in their shoes. And most likely you have. But what happens is we put on like our expert hat on and we forget, right? We forget that at one point I had no clients. At one point, financially, I've had very scary moments. At one point, I had no leads, right? So I want to talk in relevant terms that's going to resonate with you. I've also been there. And so having captivating storytelling like that, that's really going to be relatable, is going to help you with that. The third one is demonstrating your expertise, but through personal experience. Okay. And one of the fastest ways to do this is by sharing client testimonials, case studies, and also actually walking the talk. I teach and I'm super passionate. And I would say most of my workshops and trainings and our entire unapologetically influential method is based around one anchor piece of content, and that is live stream video or just video in general. But I personally love live stream video. I still do this weekly. I am walking the talk. So walk the talk and demonstrate that you're doing it and share that in your content. I can't tell you, I've worked with coaches because we work with a lot of coaches and consultants, but I have worked with quite a few coaches that I was taken back at, oh my gosh, you do this? Like, this is what you do for a living, but look at the space that you're in. And for me, as somebody who is trying to help them show up on social media with conviction, it was really hard for me to do that because they were not walking the talk. They were not living what they're teaching. Okay. So walk the talk and show that. Show that in your content. And so let me give you really quick, I'm going to give you examples for each of these. Okay. So the first one is sharing with emotion and conviction. So let's say that you're a coach and you had a pivotal moment in your career, like a major setback or a major breakthrough. You want to detail not just the event, but also how it felt, the doubts, the excitement, the relief, that emotional depth is what's going to really connect your audience on a personal level. Okay. The second strategy was captivating storytelling. So, a real example of this is when discussing a client's success story, you could delve into the client's initial frustrations and fears before working with you. And then this is going to allow you to paint a picture to your audience who probably is also feeling that way. And they're also frustrated and they also have these fears. And as your story progresses in how you're writing this piece of content, you then move into the win, right? You're celebrating your client. What was the triumph that they had? What was the relief that they had? And then the third strategy was demonstrating your expertise through your own personal experience. So A real life example could be, let's say, again, you're a coach and you might share a personal anecdote of how you applied a specific strategy to overcome a hurdle. For me personally, when I first started my business, I was very private. You would never see a picture of me with anything that was attached to my business. I definitely would not show up on camera. And once I changed that and I started doing this over and over and over again, it's what changed our business to now going from a solopreneur to a team of 9, going from, a few $1,000s a month or, less than 6 figures a year to multiple 6 figures business and so on. Okay. So that's a real life example. So I'm going to do a quick little recap of these 3 strategies. This is episode 6 of our From Invisible to Visible effective video storytelling that magnetizes. The first strategy is to share with emotion and conviction. Let people know that you actually believe in what you do. Storytell expressing the feelings and your passion behind it. Number 2 is captivating storytelling. So show this emotional connection with your audience, giving them real descriptions, relatable scenarios, and narrative that actually speaks to their own experiences. And then number 3 is demonstrate your expertise throughout your personal experience when you're sharing storytelling content. So walk the talk. All right. I will be back here. And until then, remember always to stay social. I'll see you later. Bye.